with me. Got this, okay? Okay, that's very good. You're also 5 and 9. Big signal on the West Coast.
Great. Thanks for the briefing and enjoy operating, Dale. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye, 73. QSY to 245. QRZ Frupac. QSY to 245. QRZ Frupac. QSY to 245.
All right, this is Sierra 51 David X-ray, Sugar 51 Denmark X-ray. QRZ.
Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America.
KB2 United Kilo Alpha Tank, dog 59 plus, New York, go ahead.
All right, my friend, haven't spoke to you a while. Hope everything's well. Good to hear you. You're 5'9" into Long Island, New York. Happy New Year to you in 73.
Hi, my pleasure to work you, dog. Everything in order on this side. 73, thanks for the call today. Bye-bye. Any more states? 53 Alpha Victor Papa, thank you. Nice to meet you there. 5 by 9, Eonis, okay? Alright, thank you. To Pennsylvania, Alex. See you on the base soon. Thank you. Any more? Sugar 51 David X-ray. Sugar 51 David X-ray, thanks. Sierra 51 David X-ray, Sugar 51 David X-ray. Sierra 51 Delta X-ray, QRZ. Sierra 51 David X-ray, Sugar 51 David X-ray. Sierra.
What's up, guys? Lots of things open on the computer. I think I'm going to call CQ on 20 meters. Haven't done this in a while. Why not? Why not? Let's see. This is KB2UKA's The Frequency in Use. Kilo Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt Alpha is the frequency in use, is the frequency occupied. CQ, 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 KB2UKA. CQ, CQ, 40 meters. Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha. Calling CQ 40 meters, KB2UKA, Long Island, New York, any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. CQ, 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 40 meters. KB2UKA, CQ, CQ, CQ40, Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, CQ 40 meters, Long Island, New York, QRZ. Whiskey Station, I hear you all the way in the distance. Try again. Nothing heard. What's up, Mike? Almost there, brother. You're gonna have a great time. Yeah, I think 20's very long. CQ, 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 KB2UKA. Hello, CQ20, Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, QRZ. CQ, 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 20 meters. KB2UKA, CQ-CQ20, KB2UKA QRZ, CQ-CQ-CQ-CQ20, KB2UKA, CQ-CQ 20 meters, Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, Long Island, New York, any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. Oh, I see a guy tuning. There he is. CQ, 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 20 meters, KB2UKA, CQ, CQ, Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, CQ, CQ, 20, KB2UKA, QRZ. All right, let's go looking.
Still Alexander. Mike, back to you. Yeah, Roger, Mike, glad to hear that the condition is okay. Well, just the opposite. It's raining outside, foggy day. The temperature is 6 degrees centigrade Celsius, and it's 7 o'clock in the evening local time. Mike, back to you. Sugar 51, number 5, number 1. Okay, Mike, thanks a lot. The pleasure was mine. Really nice signal here in Slovenia. Enjoy the day. Stay safe. KB2UKA. Mike, thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, Roger. Thanks again. Bye-bye. Sugar 51 Jakey on the frequency.
Kilowatt Bravo 2, United Kilowatt America.
Kilowatt Alpha, Kilowatt America, please.
Roger, Roger. The call sign is Kilowatt Bravo number 2, Uniform Kilowatt America. QSL?
Roger, Roger. Good morning over there. Beautiful. 5 and 9. So no problem at all, dog. Still Alexander on this side. Dog, back to you.
All right, Alexander. Good day to you, my friend. Sounding really, really nice into Long Island, New York. You are 5858. I am 50 miles east of New York City. I'm right on the north shore of the island. Really nice conditions today. I am running a Sunsdr2 DX, about 1200 watts, into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical, Alexander. I've got 125 ground radials around it and a legal limit tuner at the feed point remotely at the base of the antenna. All the audio is virtually processed in Logic Pro. QSL?
Roger, Doc. Thanks for info about your working condition. Wolfgang is doing a great job. No problem to copy you, and the audio is excellent. Thank you very much, Doug. We're running the flex radio here, entry level 6400, also SDR. 800 watt into the 5-element Yagi. Doug, thanks for a call.
What's up, Igor?
King Baker 2, United Kilo Alpha.
Okay, 73, my friend. I am also live streaming on YouTube. So if you want to hear your audio into New York, Just put my call sign into the search box of YouTube. We're about 9 minutes into the video. 73, Alexander. Take care.
Yeah, Roger, Doc. Thanks for entering. I will check the audio. Hi. Stay safe. Enjoy the day. KB2 United to Kilo Alpha. Doc, thank you. All the best. Bye-bye.
73.
Any other? This is Sugar 51 Juliet, Quebec.
I just want to say hello before I go do something else. Thank you, 73.
Oh yeah, Charlie United 3, Hotel Yankee. You're about a 3-3 into Hazel Bar, Hotel. Roger. Charlie, Uniform 3, Hotel Yankee. Charlie United 3, Hotel Yankee. You are 3-3 QFL. QFL 0210. Thank you, Mike. All the best from Mike.
Hello, Fotis. This is my, this is my DX profile, sir.
0210. Roger.
Kilowatt Bravo 2, United Kilowatt America. Hey, Fotis, look at this. So this is my EQ for 3K right here. And let's see. Hello, Tommy. Here's my 4K Voodoo. Hold on. Okay, that is the 4K Voodoo. I'll show you that EQ. There's the EQ for the 4K. Look at all that low end. Look at it. Boom, boom. There it is. That is the EQ for Voodoo, Fotis. I tweaked it a little bit since that last clip that I sent you. I think it's even smoother now. That's the plan. All the levels are good. Look at that. Look at that level. 5, 5, 5. Right at 0 dB. It's perfect. Perfecto. What's up, Todd? All right, let's go back to my 3.3 profile. Oh, there it is. Hear the difference? Okay, let's see what we got.
Contact 73. WF9U, it's our Kilo 8378. Here's it.
Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha.
Delta. Kilo 5 Delta. Kilo 5 Golf Hotel Mike 59. Yeah, perfect signal in the air from Texas. Thanks for the contact. 73 Whiskey Foxtrot 9 Uniform Park 8378.
Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha.
Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha 59.
All right, Roger. You are 5'8" into Long Island, New York. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. And I believe I have Whiskey 5 November Uniform, QSL.
Whiskey Foxtrot 9 Uniform, WF9U.
Whiskey Foxtrot 9 Uniform, QSL.
Roger.
All right, very nice signal. Good luck with your activation. Take care.
Great signal out of New York. Thanks for the contact. 73 Whiskey Foxtrot 9 Uniform Park 8378. Whiskey Delta 5 Golf November Echo. November 4 Delta.
What's up? KA0CLG.
Delta Lima Tango 59.
Man,
Thanks for the contact. 73.
I try coming up to 20, but boss can't see my screen. Yeah, don't let him see your screen. Don't let him see. I don't know, guys. 20 meters bores me. That looks like atmospheric noise that I rarely have on 40. Something's going on.
Very good, Roger.
QSL.
That's weird.
7-3.
I never have noise like this on 40. What the heck is that?
Despite some of the issues I've got, trying to get more physically active, so maybe, stretch out these muscles and stuff like that, and set some weight, and I don't know, just prepare for the next surgery, and then maybe hopefully get back into the gym and start weightlifting again, and so on and so forth. But other than that, same old crap. How's everybody else? Of course, I haven't spoken to Rita. All the other fellas, have things been quiet or what?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't been on much, so I don't necessarily know if I know the answer to that question, but I imagine everyone's doing well. Been on here and there. I got on, I'll get on mostly because of how late I've been working. I've been getting on 75 and kind of talking to Richie and doing that. I love KB2UKA. That's my buddy. And that's about it. So, but yeah, I think I spoke to Vito about a week ago, maybe a little.
Yeah, Glenn, I should be.
So bad.
I can't get away, otherwise I would.
I have a weird perception with time lately. I'm noticing my perception of time has definitely altered a little bit. I might think an hour is half
Yeah,
hour.
I'm sure they'll be there soon.
Days just go by too quick.
KB2UKA.
And there he is.
KF2 Golf. And, we're here in New York.
Catching that up.
Back in my back porch and some
Yeah, I hear you.
just out of there. He's funny, right? Classic KF2 Golf. And good afternoon. Who's the other station?
Hey, good afternoon. Call sign is KB2UKA. Name is Doug. I hear Frank in there. Yeah, you might have to refresh my memory. I'm sure we've spoken. How you doing today?
Okay, Roger. Good afternoon. KB2UKA, the call November 2, Romeo Alpha. I'm sure we have two. I don't have any logic here, but all sounds familiar. And the name is Eric, and we're here in Rockland County currently. I'm going to give it over to Frank so they can say hello. Go ahead, Frank.
Hey, Doug. What's going on, buddy? Eric is my buddy Doug, and Doug, meet my buddy Eric, and all's well. I used to be a New Yorker, so I can't say I'm a New Yorker anymore. I've made the proverbial, swap over to New Jersey, which is going to never do. But Doug, good to hear you, man. Good morning to you. Or good afternoon, where we are today.
Oh, wow. We're all pretty close. 40's very short right now. Frank, you're like 5'8", 5'9". Eric, you're like 5'9". I'm 50 miles east of the city, so I'm in Smithtown or Kings Park, same thing. I'm getting some weird, I've got some weird noise on 40, albeit I'm rarely on the radio 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So maybe it's just some local thing, but it's like little humps and valleys in the pan adapter. But you guys are booming in here. And no, Eric, it looks like we've never spoken before. I'm also not the best logger, but you guys are sounding great. Eric, what are you running? Good audio.
Yeah, okay, Roger. By the way, you're 5'9" here as well. and we're running a Icon 7610, driving a Alpha 87A, about 700 watts, maybe 8 on peak, and that goes to a 40-meter rotary dipole up at about 35 feet. Just south of Bear Mountains is roughly where we are. And yeah, you're sounding pretty good yourself as well. No, yeah, I am not really big on. I don't quite critical on the logging system. But I just happened to notice that I didn't have you logged. Now I do, but your call does sound familiar, Dr.
Yeah, so does yours, and your profile picture looks familiar. Maybe I heard you in a rag shoe before, and we just never made it. Oh man. Yep, so I had to do something a little early today, so I got myself home and could play a little bit of a radio before the kids get off the bus. How you been, Frank?
Good, man. We haven't spoken, my God, it feels like in a little bit. I've been busy. I see you have been as well. I know you've been doing your school board stuff, which is good. So that's I can only imagine what's going on over there. And yeah, Eric, Doug is like-minded, so the whole group is. But nothing, man. Just working away, chipping away. I was out in the field yesterday. I had to go do some meetings over at Madison Square Garden, and I went over to Barclays Center, and now I'm home. Just I'm trying to take the afternoon off, but not being very successful because the phone keeps blowing up here. So.
Yep, that sounds right. I look down at my phone every 5 minutes and I see another work email. Yeah, that could wait.
It's good to know, Frank, because as soon as you said, oh yeah, I know you've been busy with the school board work, I said, oh my God, one of these guys. The school board. Like, thank God my kid is not in school yet, and school board would be like, FBI, there's this guy, Eric, in 2RA, you gotta go and get him, he's harassing us, he's threatening us. Oh, I forget it. But anyway, it's good to know there's some good people left on the school board.
Well, I'm not on there yet. I'm running to take it back and give it back to the people. They have been absolutely horrible over the last 2 years. And there's 2 seats that are up in May. And I'm running with a young woman. We have to win both seats. There's 5 people on the board. If only one of us wins, it'll throw a wrench in their cog work. But we need at least 2 of us on there to get motions seconded and to attempt to take the school board back from the bureaucratic teachers union. And don't get me wrong, the teachers are absolutely phenomenal. I'm talking about the executives in the union that have been ultra politicized, and you know the story, yada, yada, yada. Over.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know. Yep, we know. The communist, fascist school boards that we've got now is whatever it comes down to. I'm a pretty blunt guy when it comes to this particular topic, if you haven't noticed. But, I mean, it's take back the school board, take back America, let's make America great again, period. Obviously, the country's waking up, Canadians are waking up, big ups to the Canadians. You know, I really thought that a lot of the Canadians were a bunch of vaginas, but I've met way too many of them, the cowards. But now it seems like the Canadians are stepping up to the plate, which is fantastic. Really happy with the freedom, the Canadian Truck Freedom Rally, what's going on. It's now spreading throughout the world, which is a great example of we the people. And it's crazy, man, what's going on. I got a buddy, mine, Mark, is also him. He's in the area. He's not too far from me. And he tells me the stories with his kids are in school and with the virtual learning. And he's really the only one that he's not the only one. There's one other, but he shares with me what he's been witnessing to he kind of sits and he listens in on these virtual school teachings. Well, the last year or two when the kids were out of school, and and they were coming up with the CRT and this anti-American rhetoric and blah blah blah. And it's crazy. It's just crazy. So yeah, we need to take that back. Right. Well, good luck to you, man. God bless you. That's fantastic. There's so much respect I've got for you, stepping up to the plate and doing what you're doing. That's what we need. We need more people to do more instead of just talking.
I appreciate it. Well, we filed the paperwork on Tuesday. So I actually announced at the Tuesday night board meeting. It went over pretty well. Frank, you lived in New York before, so you probably remember BOCES. And Eric, I'm sure you've heard of BOCES. So I found something out very, very interesting, because for the last 15 months, I've been up there, other parents have been up there, other community members begging the board to bring the district's law firm into the board meeting so that we can see the board question the law firm on what their legal options are with, not partaking in these unlawful mandates, etc. So I'm on the law firm's website, and the law firm represents, 200 districts in New York State, up in Westchester, down here, all over the place. They also represent BOCES, which, really had me scratching my head, because curriculum comes down from the state. It's then given to BOCES. BOCES then turns around and gives it to each school district on Long Island and expects them to implement it. So it'd be very odd if there was a patriotic and a school board that said, this piece of curriculum we don't want to implement. And now we got to take BOCES to court. Well, the friggin' law firm represents both parties. It's unbelievable.
Wait a minute, BOCES. Wait, I might have got that. I was multitasking here. I'm not sure I got that correct, Doug. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you explain again. But can you clarify that again?
Yeah, I'll do it in a nutshell. There's a 90% chance that a school district in New York State is represented by one law firm. I'm not going to say the name of the law firm on this thing. By the way, I'm live on YouTube, Eric. And that law firm, Frank, also represents BOCES, who disseminates curriculum to all the schools.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. You guys see that carrier in the middle of the bandpass?
Maybe. Only one throat to choke?
Yeah, I doubled with you, sorry.
I said there might be some positives to that, right? Only one throat to choke in some regards, but that's a little weird.
Yeah, well, what's even weirder, if you have a school board that actually votes unanimously to maybe bring a lawsuit, guess what's going to happen? That law firm is going to have to recuse itself of one of the clients. I doubt it's going to recuse itself of BOCES. It'll recuse itself of the district, and then the district's high and dry with no representation and has to scramble. So if you want to be in a position where you can actually act to the constituents' best interest, you need an impartial law firm representing you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that doesn't sound like a very good setup or arrangement that they have going there. It's definitely a conflict of interest, in my opinion, now that when you state it that way.
Oh, yeah. You guys see this carrier, or is it just me, right in the middle?
I'm not seeing the carrier. I will say, though, the band is noisy as hell, man. It's been whacked out all day. I got on, I was listening a little while earlier while I was trying to do some emails, and I was wondering why the band was so low. This was earlier in the morning, and I heard Art and Dom, and I was trying to get them, and I mean, they were literally in my noise, which is not normal for those guys, as you know. They're usually 10 to 20 over, so not sure what's going on.
Yeah, you guys sound great, but the band just doesn't look good on the pan adapter. It's not flat. It's all like rolling hills. And I've got some weird moving carrier like, 186 to 187, just moving slowly back and forth.
Yeah. I don't hear a carrier on my end either, but I've seen that same carrier in the past. I'm not seeing it at the moment, but I have seen it periodically on other bands on other days. But I think now I know why your call sounds familiar, because I think I've come across your YouTube channel before. Pretty cool setup, by the way. So I've already, of course, clicked like on your YouTube channel, your YouTube video apparently, and looking at your pad adapter of your YouTube, is that I see a wiggly carrier that's in the center of where you've got the band scope highlighted. Is that the carrier you're talking about?
Yep, it is, and it just moved out of the bandpass, so it's I don't know, 183-ish around there. Maybe 184, and thanks for the support on the YouTube page. You know, it's funny, I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and my running mate and I have a Facebook page. So starting tomorrow night, we're going to be doing, I'm not going to be doing a ham radio live stream, but we're going to be doing every 2 weeks, Saturday nights at 7, just talking to the community about our platform. Because every school board member on my school board is a union member. And the union goes to all the little old ladies' houses and pushes them out in their wheelchair and brings them to the polling place on election day. So we do have an uphill battle. So we have to be out there with the people. But yeah, that's the carrier I'm talking about, the squiggly.
Yeah. You know, I see where it went below center of our frequency. That's interesting. I've never seen that on my scope ever. I've seen, moving signals where it's kind of weird. It's almost like somebody's hitting a dead carrier on an AM frequency or FM whatever, and they're scrolling their vehicle up and down the band, and then it'll just disappear. I've seen that. And then sometimes when it swoops by the frequency I'm on, you'll hear the carrier, you'll hear the tone, and it'll go away and go, I've heard that before. So what I'm seeing on your band scope is pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. Towards the union. Well, we are a lifelong union member. And when it comes to unions, I will say that I am extremely disappointed at my union, extremely, and quite a few other unions. Now, all the unions don't share the same ideology as some other unions, right? Pro-Democrat, pro-pushing all this, what's going on, and being obviously very hypocritical and double-sided. First they'll side with the politicians, get the union workers to try to accept the ideology, and then they'll turn around. Like recently, like one of my union leaders put out a memo, and the memo was like, the 1%ers are rearing their heads, and meanwhile they were pushing us to this whole COVID thing to vote and side with the 1%ers this entire time with all the elitists, and now he's singing on a different note. He's like, the 1%ers and the elitists, they're doing this, they're doing that. I'm like, you bunch of freaking man, don't even get me started on unions. But I love my union. It's been great to me for almost 30 years. But these last 2-3 years, man, all I can tell you is that one of the most well-founding union members or leaders who's dead and gone, who's highly respected, highly revered, being one of the best union leaders in America, is rolling in his grave right now, because I know he would not be accepting what our current leaders are doing, and it's crazy. So, in terms of the teachers' unions, that's gonna be hard, man, because you got to keep in mind, man, delegates and these union leaders that are in office right now, they're gonna blacklist you. Okay, they're gonna blacklist these unions. Yeah, I don't know how it is with the teachers' union, but I'm sure it's the same in any union. They don't like what you're saying or whatever, they're going to try to silence you. They're going to blacklist you. They're going to make your life miserable on the job. They're going to tell their foremans and their shop stewards or business agents, to target you. And that's obviously what we're seeing. It's like when I hear the leaders now saying, the majority of Americans or majority of union workers, they got the vaccines, and what's wrong with the ones that don't want it? They make it sound like they took it willingly, which they did not. Obviously, we all know they took it because they were forced to. Now, I respect the people who held on as long as they could and took it only because their livelihoods were basically being extorted. I don't respect the people who took it out of fear-mongering. I just don't, because, they just took it because they believe the BS. It is what it is. But anyway, man, I could go on. I don't mean to get long-winded, but man, you got a big uphill battle on your hands.
I do. And I agree with everything you said. And it's extremely delicate. And the messaging that I give has to be calculated. So I come from a blue-collar family. My grandfather was a builder and a painter. There's loads of union members in my family. The first part of the message is our teachers are wonderful. And they really are. My kids are in 3rd and 2nd grade. My daughter goes to a different school next year because 4th, 5th is in a different school. They have loved every single teacher they've had. Their teachers have loved our children every year. The teachers have gone through 2 years of hell with their kids and with our kids. This is not about the teachers, okay? Take the Brotherhood of Electricians. Take the electrical union. They can make any friggin' policy they want, Eric. Any policy. And all it affects is their members. Doesn't affect my kids. The plumbers union could do whatever the hell it wants. Unions are good. They give its members a great work-life balance. They protect wages. They protect benefits. That's fantastic. And it's great. Now, like you said, a lot of unions have become politicized. And again, I don't care. Brotherhood of Electricians wants to be politicized. Doesn't really affect me. That affects its members, and that affects the companies that are hiring those electricians. Not me, not my kids. The teachers union is a different animal, right? The teachers union was created in the 60s under a federal order by Kennedy, and his intentions for it are not what it had become today. So at the end of the day, as I believe you'll agree, we've bowed for 2 years to the teachers union. Yesterday it came out that they will only consider mask choice if the children have a certain vaccination rate. That has nothing to do, what the union wants should have nothing to do with my children, okay? And it is a very slippery slope to speak poorly about a union, but I am not speaking poorly about its members. I'm speaking poorly about, and you could give me the terminology, about its executive team. Its executive team that's influencing the CDC over the last year to come out with specific mandates. It's influencing wanting to go fully remote when 99.9% of parents want their kids in school full time. And when you have a school board where every member is somehow tied to that union, but those members were elected, that's kind of giving the union a de facto way to get onto the board. So I think my platform will be strong, and we'll see on Election Day.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I've got a link of medical information, and I think that's the problem. If you're not informed, you're misinformed, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think that's what we're seeing a lot throughout the country, is that people are getting they're not getting the proper information, and so they're misinformed. And misinformation, we hear that rhetoric coming all the time from national news media and everything like that. But I mean, if you haven't realized that you've been misinformed for the last 2 years, then shame on you. Okay, it's no different, with fake news. Everyone made a joke about, fake news. There's no such thing as fake news. But in the last 2 years, if you have not realized that we've been pitched fake news for the last 2 years, shame on you. You take, for example, most recent, not having to try to reflect and remember everything last 2 years, but you take the Canadian Freedom Truck Rally, for example. Everything from, and I watch news outlets from all over, right? So I watch Canadian news, I watch American news, and everything from the Canadian mainstream news media to the American MSNBC, CBS, ABC news media. They keep saying that the truckers rally, Freedom Rally, they're a bunch of fascists, they're racist, they're waving racist flags around. The people in the communities that they have these truck rallies at, that they're fearful for their life, there's criminal activity. There's not one video where you hear yelling, where you see anyone being combative, where you don't, there's not one video that shows any buildings being burnt. There's not one video that shows any combative interaction between police in their RTU, Riot Technical Unit there.
Exactly.
In any of the videos anywhere in Ottawa or anywhere else, all the way to the border. And there's nothing. There's
what's up,
nothing.
Matt?
So if you
brother?
If you can't use a rational, logical, common sense and believe what you're seeing with your own eyes, with the very same video that the mainstream media is producing, and they're not producing any video that shows any violent criminal activity, but you're only going by their word, but not even giving you a video, a picture to paint to validate what they're saying, and you still believe it. I think that's probably the worst pandemic. The pandemic is realizing the amount of level of stupidity that we're seeing in society today, right? But there is, going back to medical information, the kids are not infected
What's up, Radio Communications, KN4YM.
A scientific fact. Obviously, we also know that they're not going by science. Our union delegates and leaders, constituents, administration offices that are making these
Daryl, what's up, brother?
Are not going by science. They're going purely by politics. They're not going by science. They're going with political science, political views, right? It's very political. It's not even scientific anymore at this point. And I think people are starting to realize that. There's Senator Ron Johnson this year, just about a month ago, had a meet with with doctors from all over the world, highly renowned doctors, even with Dr. Malone present at the time, which is actually one of the virologists, and he's got other credits to his medical experience over the years, but Dr. Malone, obviously, as you probably know, is one of the inventors of the mRNA technology, which is the vaccine. And he's patented quite a number of vaccines in his medical history. And obviously, he's being silenced. What he has to say towards the vaccinations, towards children, people of younger age with these vaccines that are being distributed, is actually more harmful than the virus, because there's high cases of blood clotting, high cases of myocarditis, and AIDS under 40. The younger they are, the more the cases of myocarditis are popping up, or the younger they are taking it over time, their chances of developing this myocarditis, which is basically heart damage, they're at greater risk. And of course, the fact that these teachers are ignoring that very same science, which, by the way, Senator Ron Johnson and all the other doctors worldwide had invited Fauci and our Surgeon General to this meeting, which they declined to show. They never even came to the meeting, which was a legit meeting, and they never even bothered to care to show, to hear all these other doctors out, is what's really hurting our children. So at the end of the day, that the Board of Education, or the people of the Board of Education, really truly care about the well-being of our children. Maybe perhaps that's something that needs to be brought to light to parents and teachers alike, along with the union delegates. That I think with that Facebook platform, if you can get a huge. Now, I sat through this video. It's almost a 4-hour-long video, but it's worth the watch. It's educational. It says a lot to what's going on, and I think that's something, man, people really need to put time into. They really need to take a Sunday and sit there and watch this thing. Yes, it's long, but if you care about your children, then you'll sit through it and you'll educate yourself based on true, actual science. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got to say. KB2UKA and TWR.
KB2UKA. I watched the whole Malone interview with Rogan. I know he just did one with Candace Owens. I haven't watched it yet, but I agree with everything you're saying. Everything. I feel bad. Frank, you still there? Oh no, we talked Frank away.
No. His job probably he usually jumps in but with his job, they call him constantly. So because he's the boss or whatever. So he's probably on a business call. It happened earlier.
Hey, what's up, Glenn? Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, so I got 3 months, I own a business, and luckily the business is not in this town that I live in. It's 20 minutes away. I own a business. I've got 2 young kids, as you know, so the election's May 17th. So while I'm at work, I'm also doing stuff for the campaign, and it's just going to be a crazy 3 months, but I'm up for it, man.
Here, Roger. Real quick, I don't know if you can you click onto a link while you're running your YouTube live stream, or you don't have the capability?
Oh, I could do anything. What do you got?
Okay, go to ClarkCountyToday.com. Have you ever been to that video source?
I don't believe so. ClarkCountyToday.com, your news source with integrity. Let's see. And you know what's crazy, Eric? If I put this on the stream right now, they'll shut the stream down.
Okay, yeah, don't play the video or nothing like that. Just, go into the site itself, maybe locate the actual link. So there's, I don't know if I think if you go there, I don't know if they've got it first on the very top of their page, but if you go there, does it say, watch Senator Johnson's COVID panel with Dr. Robert Malone, Peter McCullough, and a whole panel of doctors? Do you see that?
Well, I'm looking on the homepage. I don't see it there. They might have just switched it up. Hold on. I'm sure I can search for it. Yep. Let me put Malone's name in and see what comes up. Let's see. Oh, I saw bits and pieces of this, Eric. But this is the whole thing. I'm going to watch this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, again, and that's the tough part, right? It's so long that people are going to watch bits and pieces. They may drag on. They may, because people are going to lose a little interest, unfortunately, right? Not me. I tend to want to know the truth. And in order to know the truth and in order to understand what's really going on, you need to listen to the people.
What's up, Andy?
So there's, in the audience, you've got doctors and nurses and citizens. And then you've got doctors from all over the world. And these are accredited doctors. These are legit doctors, right? And then you've got the senator, okay? Obviously, the invitations were extended to Dr. Fauci and Dr. Rochelle Walensky, which they did not show, which is amazing, because they won't show any of this, right? It's their way or the highway. But the fact of the matter is that you've got, I think, more doctors in this panel of video that are more qualified than any of the doctors that we see in government right now, right? And at the end, you know what? I think towards the end, I think what I picked up on, and to try to put it in a nutshell, there is a well-renowned black female doctor who's discussing the vaccinations, and in her science, in her medical journals and everything, looking at this vaccination, looking at the virus itself, looking at history. When we talk about demographic and race, apparently African Americans or black people in general are more affected by a variety of vaccines or viruses and so on and so forth than other demographics. And so in her statements, she basically said that in their actual lab and clinical studies, they're seeing more detrimental side effects towards African Americans than other races. And then she goes a lot further into other things that are pretty detrimental to the African American community, which this is coming from an African American woman with a long history of medical experience and research knowledge and so forth, right? Clinical studies. Then there's another doctor who touches on children. And I think what is so scary about this is their testimony as to what it's going to be doing to our children.
I love the
Apex. If you're African American, you definitely need to listen to what's being said. And if you love your children, you definitely need to be you need to hear what they have to say, because each of these doctors and nurses throughout this panel and everything, they will all basically, the message is pretty clear. As far as your children are concerned, don't do it because you're putting your child at risk. These are young, healthy children, but not at risk of the virus, and you are potentially hindering their growth over time and potentially hindering their ability to lead healthy, long lives in the future. Also hindering their ability to maybe become more athletically active in terms of, shooting for that baseball scholarship or football scholarship, because vaccinating them with these vaccines currently, it can very well, at a high percentage, hinder their health in the future. So if you're being in a school board, this is something that I think parents really need to hear.
Oh yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I actually got to get out of here in a second. It's all about choice at the end of the day. I'm vaccinated and I'm boosted. I had a client that required my firm to go in there with a vaccine. I got it. That was it. It wasn't a big deal to me. I needed to get it, and I got it. My wife's not, and my children will not be. That's another actually big thing I have going for me, because as you know, they'll just paint you as a psycho anti-vax person, blah 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 blah. Here's my vax card. I have a right to get it, and I don't have a right to tell you to get it. That's my message. Eric, really, really nice meeting you on here, man. I got you down here in the logbook. It's going to be hit or miss for us to talk. 40's got to be like aligned. I'm on a big old vertical with 125 ground radials. Normally I would just fly over you and you would fly over me. But I'm glad we got to talk. Frank, if you're in there, 73, my friend, I am going to back out of here. Got another big night. So, oh no, where'd your call sign go? Okay, November 2, RRA, KB2UKA. Thanks for the support on the YouTube channel, and I look forward to speaking with you again.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, sorry we chewed your ear off. I'm sorry, Frank. I figure, Frank, I'm running box. Frank's running box. Frank, when I get in there, he knows I like to free, kind of, just kind of throw it around like that. Everyone's, can just jump right in, whatever. So, but I'm guessing the business call came in. Anyway, good talking with you. Pleasure, and good luck again. Again, a lot of respect to you, and thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for stepping up to the plate and speaking out for concerned citizens, parents, and our children. So, KB2UKA, all the best to you and yours. God bless. Have a blessed day, blessed weekend from November 2, Radio America.
All right, take care. God bless you as well. KB2UKA QRT.
7-3. God bless America as well. Go ahead, station. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. I might be on tomorrow morning. Take care.